Israel has imposed its illegal siege on Gaza since 2007. From that time, a lot of the human rights activists and different organizations are trying to break the illegal siege. Israel has imposed this siege by land, sea, and waters. And in the same way, the human rights activists are trying to break the siege by land and by waters. On June 14, 2025, 7 human rights activists from Finland went to Egypt to break the siege from the ground. However, the Egyptian government arrested, detained, and deported those 7 Finnish citizen activists back to the Finland. On the second time, again, today, the Finnish citizens, including doctors, nurses, human rights activists, journalists, and politicians, are sailing to Gaza via Barcelona, Tunis, and Spain. Our demands to the Finnish government are very clear from the beginning. There has been 38 attempts to break the siege by sea and by water, and out of those 38 attempts, only 2 were succeeded. For example, in 2010, when a similar ship called Mavi Marmara was heading to Gaza, it was intercepted by Israeli occupation forces, and 10 of the crew were killed by Israeli occupation forces. Similarly, in this year, 2 missions by the Freedom Flotilla coalition called Madeline and the Handala were going to the Gaza, which were illegally intercepted by Israeli occupation authorities, and they were being arrested, not arrested, abducted international waters by the IOF. Today is a historical day for Finland. It's the first time the Finnish civil society, the Finnish civil citizens are going to Gaza without the support of the government, the people that they elected, without the support of any organization. We stand in solidarity with the Finnish citizens who are sailing to Gaza today. Our demands to the Finnish governments are very clear. The Finnish government must ensure that the first aid reach Gaza without any interception by Israeli occupation forces. There must be no harm to the ships and other crew members. The safety of the Finnish delegation must be guaranteed at all costs, especially given the past mission on the Madeline and Handala faced abductions of the crew in international waters. This mission is purely humanitarian, carrying only aid, baby formula, flour, clean water, medicines for the civilians of Gaza. The participants who are on board, who are leaving today for Gaza, are following Hannu Häkkinen. He is a freelance journalist, photographer, and videographer. Hetta Keta, she's a first aid CRP worker. Ida Lina, human rights activist. Jonas Deckheadman, crew member. Juho Pirhonen, a certified medical doctor. Kaba Asefa, crew member. Kata Hetta, human rights activist. Utso Yamsa, crew member. Renas, journalist, politician, DJ. Shifa, student, freelance journalist. These are the 10 people who are sailing to Gaza today, and we stand here in solidarity with those people. Therefore, I would like to call our first speaker, who will speak on the behalf of Global Movement to Gaza, Finland, Sirinba.
Hello everyone. Thank you for being here despite this lovely weather, Finnish weather. As you all know, today we are gathered here to bring awareness and stand in solidarity with our brave comrades from 44 different countries who are sailing to Gaza in an attempt to break this illegal siege and let the humanitarian aid in. As most of you are aware, for almost 2 years now, Palestinians in Gaza have been subjected to this horrendous genocidal revenge campaign by settler colonial state of Israel. For the past 692 days, Israeli occupation forces have been relentlessly bombing Gaza, targeting and destroying hospitals, shelters, vital infrastructure, leaving tens of thousands of children and, according to credible sources, up to hundreds of thousands of people killed and missing. The rest of surviving population have been fleeing bombs without access to proper shelters, healthcare, food, or even clean water. up to 98% of Gazan people have been forcefully displaced. On October 8th, a day after 7th of October, Israel put Gaza under complete block, as Israeli Defense Minister Yoav Gallant stated, and I quote, "We are imposing complete siege on Gaza. There will be no electricity, no food, no water, no fuel. Everything will be closed. We are fighting human animals and we are acting accordingly." He was talking about Gazan civilians. For 692 days, Gaza has been under this brutal siege without crucial medical supplies and food aid reaching civilians. Israel let few deadly airdrops happen and handful of trucks without insufficient amount of aid, despite hundreds of aid trucks ready waiting by the borders. Few months ago, occupation forces in collusion with its big ally and complicit USA decided to set a deadly and humiliating dead fields disguised as aid distribution sites, targeting and sniping starving people looking for food. These are families, these are parents looking desperate for food for their families. Israel has engineered man-made famine in Gaza, and despite many human rights organizations and activists warning about this, world let this happen. Before that, Gaza was already under illegal siege by Israel for 16 years. During that time, Israel had complete control over land, sea, and air, and was already restricting movement and crucial aid and imports getting in to Gazan population. During that time, there were multiple failed attempts to break the siege by water. Most notorious example was in 2010 when in international waters, Israeli commando group illegally raided and attacked the first Freedom Flotilla, Mavi Marmara, killing 10 activists and injuring dozens. That ship was owned by Humanitarian Relief Foundation, carrying humanitarian aid and 600 passengers. Since then, every attempt has been illegally intercepted by occupation forces in international waters, destroying and confiscating the aid and ships and detaining all the civilian activists. Last month, Handala, carrying baby formula and toys, was yet again illegally intercepted by occupation naval forces in international waters, and activists were illegally detained and deported. In June, Madeleine vessel was also illegally intercepted, and activists from all around the world, including Maghreb Convoy, formerly known as Sumud Convoy, were violently stopped from attempting to march peacefully to the Gazan borders to break the siege. Civilian activists are risking their lives to stop these crimes against Palestinians. In response to our leadership, who does nothing but sell us cheap lip service while maintaining diplomatic ties with armed trades, refusing to impose complete economical and arms embargo with a state that's literally on a trial for committing genocide and crimes against humanity. Finnish government's actions have been absolute disgrace to so-called universal human rights and values. Since Finnish government refuses to do anything about it, the least that we're asking or demanding is support and protection for people who are willing to do something and risk their lives for this mission. We reject Israel's control over humanitarian aid and call for unrestricted flow of aid to Gaza. Towards Finland, our demands are simple. Number one, the Finnish government must ensure that the aid reaches Gaza without any interceptions. Two, there must be no harm to ships or their crews. Number three, the safety of Finnish delegation must be guaranteed at all costs, especially given the past missions of Madeleine and Handala faced abductions of crew in international waters. This mission is non-violent and purely humanitarian, carrying only aid, baby formula, and medicine for the civilians of the Gaza. It's time to end this forced starvation of Palestinian people and break this illegal siege. Let the aid in, break the siege. Free, free Palestine! Free, free Palestine! Free, free Palestine!
Free, free Palestine!
Let aid in!
Let aid in!
Let aid in!
Let aid in!
Thank you.
Thank you, Siri. We have just got a confirmation. Your Member of European Parliament Lee Anderson and Member of European Parliament Jussi Saramo has officially endorsed the global movement to Gaza, Finland. Next, we will share some messages from our participants from Finland who are right now at Barcelona port and going to sail tonight. There are 3 people who have sent their messages from their ships, so if we can play.
Moikka, mä oon Shifa Abdi, mä oon aloittava sosiologian opiskelija ja mä oon mukana purjehtimassa Gazaan Tunisiasta. Mä päätin osallistua tähän aktioon, koska mä koen sen tosi tärkeäksi, että me kaikki panostetaan parhaamme mukaan siihen, että kansanmurha saadaan loppumaan ja saarto saataisiin murrettua. Ja mulla sattuu olemaan purjehduskokemusta ja vapaata aikaa, niin mä koen, että tää on se mun vaikuttamisen keino. Moikka, mä oon Renas, mä oon DI-toimittaja, aktivisti Helsingistä. Mä myös oon osallistumassa Global Sumud Flotilla missiolle ja mun matka alkaa Tunisiasta. Musta on tärkeää osallistua tähän sen takia, koska koen, että on ollut tarvetta tehdä jotain konkreettista, näyttää se solidaarisuus todella konkreettisesti palestiinalaisille siitä, että me nähdään heidät, me kuullaan heitä. Ja haluan omalla olemassaolollani, mukanaolollani näyttää sen, että täällä me ollaan ja me ollaan heidän mukana. Ja terveisiä myös sinne Suomeen, että please pitäkää kovasti ääntä. Näyttäkää, että me kaikki nähdään ja kuullaan palestinalaiset.
Terve, mä olen Hannu, olen Helsingistä ja olen kulttuuriperintöalan ammattilainen. Osallistun Global Sumud Flotillaan ja mun lähtösatama on Tunisia. Ja osallistun tähän hankkeeseen, koska koen, että se on jokaisen ihmisen inhimillinen velvollisuus toimia kansanmurhan ehkäisemiseksi ja pysäyttämiseksi. Kiitos.
These activists who are on board today, they are carrying an aid of worth 20,000 euros who are collecting by the Finnish civil society. Thank you everyone who have contributed to this. Our next speaker is Elena Rodriguez from, she's a city councillor from the city of Espoo. She's a mother and she have been a very great support for our movement, global movement of Gaza, Finland, and have been endorsing from her official channels. Yes, so I would like to invite Alina. Welcome, Alina.
Thank you. Hi everyone. Thank you for being here today. My name is Elena Rodriguez. I am a city council member from Espoo City and I'm from Left Alliance Party. I'm deeply honored to be speaking here today. Thank you for having me and thank you for the team of brave campaigners of this important campaign. You are a light in the dark. Thank you to all of you beautiful people here today. I'm so proud of you. You are a part of history. This is a historical event where people stand up against their oppressive and genocidal governments. We are here to send off a flotilla full of courageous people, ordinary people, just like you and me, taking a stand when their countries and governments have failed us. When politicians have become criminals, breaking international agreements and human rights. When the media has forgotten its duties and started its role as a propaganda machine, justifying the acts of these criminal governments. What a time we're living in. What a sad, sad time. But also hopeful. Hopeful of that something is awakening. A bigger movement a shared realization of how this world works. How the big words, capitalism, colonialism, and white supremacy are driving societies into collapse, destruction, and death, just so that the few can hoard the wealth. The political right in Finland has actively supported the Holocaust of Palestinian people, but the veil is cracking. Yesterday, a famous Finnish ex-rap artist, Cheek, said that despite being economically right, he can't take this anymore. He called the government out for supporting a horrible genocide and demanded action. I hope people from the right follow his lead. This silence from the right-wing liberals. What the hell? People who say they support the laws, agreements, and human rights. Where are the activists from Kokoomus, Coalition Party, and RKP, the Swedish Democrats? I don't care what you're so afraid of. Just open your mouth and speak. God damn it. This is a dystopia for all of us, but especially Palestinians. Hear this. They changed the law last September in Finland so that Palestinians couldn't apply for residence permit. Now, because Finland has not recognized the state of Palestine, the Palestinian passport is not considered a national travel document for the purpose of residence permits. This government supports the Holocaust of Palestinians economically and politically, doesn't recognize the state of Palestine, and then denies residence permit based on this. Ridiculous and cruel. Bullshit. What are the Palestinians supposed to do? Just die? We do not accept this. I hope that the fact that we are all here today brings you as much deeply needed comfort that it brings to me. We are not alone, and we are not going to allow this without a fight. Courageous individuals from Finland are about to set sail to Gaza today. It is our job to do everything in our power to protect them and the whole crew. How? By being loud. Kokoomus, you must protect your own citizen. RKP, you must protect your own citizen. I don't have a hope for perussuomalaiset or Christian Democrats. Share information about the flotilla. Follow the movement on social media. Demand that our leaders protect them. Why is this flotilla even happening? Why direct action by civilians? Because our leaders have failed us. This is not our job. It is not the regular people's job to put their safety on the line for human rights. But here we are. Let's be loud for them and for Gazans. What Finland should do: end arms sales with Israel. Do we want arms tested on humans? No, we don't. Cut diplomatic ties with Israel. Do we want a relationship with a nation that commits a Holocaust? No, we don't. What the EU should do: put sanctions on Israel. Stop the EU and Israel association agreement. And not only stop, destroy it for good. EU as well as Finland should stop importing any goods made in Israel. And where are the UN peacekeeping troops? Where's the military intervention by the international community? This is a Holocaust, for crying out loud. Useless. This government, the UN, the international community. And that's why we act, by supporting the flotilla, a non-violent movement trying to break the illegal siege of the terrorist entity. Let's be loud. Ja pari sanaa vielä suomeksi, koska suomeksi tietoa ei ole tarpeeksi saatavilla. Jakakaa tietoa ja jakakaa tietoa suomeksi. Me tarvitaan lisää ääntä ja informaatiota suomeksi suomenkieliselle yleisölle. Äärimmäisen rohkeita suomalaisia on matkalla Gazaan. On meidän tehtävämme, meidän, jotka emme ole fyysisesti siellä laivan kannella. tehdä voitavamme turvataksemme miehistön turvallisuuden. Pidä ääntä somessa, ole yhteydessä päättäjiin, vaadi toimintaa, vaadi Flotillan ja sen miehistön suojelua. Pidetään ääntä. Kiitos.
The director of Kemal Edwan Hospital, Dr. Hassam Abu Safia, has been abducted in the broad daylight by Israeli occupation forces and haven't been released. There are reports coming he has been brutally beaten by the IOF. And on our delegation who is sailing to Gaza today, there is one doctor and one certified nurse who are aiming to reach to Gaza and provide first aid to the people of Gaza. Therefore, to present the first aid workers and medical workers of Gaza, we have Health for Palestine representative Ina Gullidan from Finland.
Lovely weather we have today. Oh, a little feedback. Let's see how far I have to start. Hello and good afternoon, friends and comrades. My name is Ina Julde and I'm a medical doctor and a stage poet, and I represent Health for Palestine Finland today. We as HFPF were asked to deliver a speech, and sadly our remaining founding member, you are probably more familiar with than me, could not be here today. So you got me instead. I've given quite a few speeches in my life, but I'm hesitant to speak here today as some sort of personification of privilege. Please bear with me. I'm more than happy to continue conversation afterwards if you'd like to catch on to something I say. Now, why are we gathered here today? Is of course to support the Global Sumud Flotilla that is setting sail today from Spain and later from Tunis. As the occupation regime of Israel and their armed forces have not yet learned their lessons, and most of Western powers still watch on in complete impunity, the siege on Gaza keeps on taking lives and causing irreversible harm to Palestinians. The most acute consequence of the siege is currently the man-made famine. Also, the healthcare sector has been purposefully decimated. Big factor in this is the critical lack of medical equipment, medicine, fluids and other necessities, hygiene supplies, or even clean water. There are no tents, there are no safe places to pitch them. No space, no relief. Relief is what this flotilla carries. It is formed by vessels from 44 different countries. In these vessels, our brave activists carry aid and they seek to bring relief. Yet the real goal of the flotilla is much more important and meaningful than the meager cargo of aid they can carry. The most important goal is to break the siege, to pry open even just a little bit of the impenetrable border. The flotilla aims to crack open a gate so that the rest of us can then flood Gaza with aid and relief. And don't get me wrong, aid is not a cure-all. Aid will not solve anything nor bring Palestinians back the dignity and control of their own lives they have been cruelly deprived of. But aid answers the most crucial and time-sensitive task now. It keeps Gaza alive. It keeps Gaza alive long enough that there may be a ceasefire. A ceasefire won't be a silver bullet either. Yet a ceasefire will give people of Gaza more time to cling to life, and for us, the rest of us, to get to work to secure real negotiations for the ceasefire to stick, for people to finally start feeling secure, to get a good night's rest and a peaceful meal, time to find and bury their dead, time to mourn, to start clearing away the rubble. Once the Gazans get to that, it is time for us, the rest of the world, to get to work ensuring the safety of Gazans, of people of the West Bank and East Jerusalem, all Palestinians around the world. We will have to gather to demand justice, real repercussions for the architects, builders and enablers of the apartheid and genocide. We will need to work to break that apartheid regime, then to break the occupation, and eventually together to drive away the colonizer so that Palestine will be free. Thank you. Friends, to be honest, I sometimes struggle to imagine what a process like that could look like. Any process that would take us from the current situation to free Palestine. Yet as I think back to some of the best conversations I've had with Palestinians on what is needed for their homeland to be theirs once more, I'm reminded of our dear friend Dr. Darwish, may he be granted healing. I don't know the doctor too well, but the last time we talked he insisted on underlining the importance of visions and dreams. For if we lose sight of our utopia and the best case scenario, we have lost our true north. In a word, our activism becomes useless. Yes, it is important to be a realist, nor to think any of what lies ahead would be easy. But we need to be able to open our hearts and dream bravely. We need to dream of free Palestine and believe it free until Palestine either is, or we can say honestly it is not yet free, but we did all we could with the time we had. It is for this reason I'm speaking here today, to bring solidarity and hope to the hearts of our brave sailors on the Global Sumud Flotilla. And every activist here at home who will be watching those vessels, because we will be watching, to remind us that the best case scenario is also a scenario, and if we don't aim as high as possible, we are only limiting our chances. However, for a minute, let's consider what might also transpire regardless of all our best efforts. The genocidal occupation regime of Israel has already intercepted Madlin and Hamdallah on international waters, not to mention all the previous attempts to sail to Gaza. We all have seen how the events of these crimes have happened. The same fate may very well be meeting the Global Sumud Flotilla and all of the vessels. I am afraid of the mad regime committing even more heinous crimes now when more of the sailors and activists are from the global majority. In the face of these fears, however, we must not sit in silence and mute horror. While our comrades sail, it is up to all of us on solid ground to do our utmost to help guarantee their safety. We will contact our foreign minister, our foreign ministry, at every politician and bureaucrat in the system that has even the slightest bit say in this matter. We will tell everyone, we will make noise on everything that happens to the flotilla. We will not remain silent even and especially if the fate of Madlin and Hamdallah befalls them. We will become absolute nuisances. That is our job here on land, and that is what we can do. We demand the Finnish state in all its power does everything they can to keep our activists safe. A clear passage must be guaranteed and the aid that these vessels carry must reach those in Gaza in need. These vessels carry civilian volunteers on a humanitarian mission to bring aid to population in famine, and they need to be treated as such. This is of course in addition to the rest of it. We will keep gathering for demonstrations, writing op-eds and emails, using all means at our disposal for making the case for free Palestine heard and understood all the way to the back rows and top levels of our societies. We will keep informing on, reporting and storing away for later use every crime we end up witnessing, for there will be a day these culprits are judged rightly for all their deeds. We will keep supporting and lifting up our comrades, especially the Palestinians among us. We will keep organizing and finding even more ways to act. And we will have to keep dreaming. We will have to keep on hoping on the best scenario. We will have to keep on making utopias and visions for a future where Palestine indeed is free. Thank you.
For this powerful speech. On the Handala, as we have all seen, there was a human rights activist from South African background. He was treated very badly from the Israeli occupation forces just because of his color. So we are also concerned about the safety of our two crew members who are also from Somalian background. One is a journalist and other one is a board maintenance member. So we pray for them, and next we have a prayer from Omaima. She will make a prayer for the people who are living today for Gaza.
alaikum. Hello. Seuraavaksi luen islamilaisen rukouksen Gazan lasten puolesta, Gazan ja kansan ja lasten puolesta. Uskovaiskuulijat voivat sanoa amiin mun perässä. Ja jos et ole uskova, niin voit olla hiljaa ja jakaa hetken kanssamme kunnioituksella. Ja Allah, ja Rahman, ja Rahim. Me pyydämme sinun rajatonta armoasi ja suojaasi Gazan kansalle. Anna heille voimaa kestää koettelemuksissa, kärsivällisyyttä ja vastaankäymisissä. Toivoa sydänten syvyyksiin. Vahvista heidän uskoaan ja varjele heidän identiteettiään. Anna voimia huolehtiville äideille, jotka tekevät kaikkensa ruokkiakseen lapsensa. Anna voimaa isille ja miehille, jotka päivää ja yötä kaivavat omiaan sodan alta. Pyydämme sinua vahvistamaan heitä sinun ihmeellesi, ja Allah. Anna meille anteeksi, että emme ole aina tehneet tarpeeksi heidän rinnallaan. Ja Allah. Vahvista heidän rohkeuttaan ja päättäväisyyttään, kuten olet vahvistanut ennen niitä, jotka pysyvät lujina totuudessa. Ja Allah, palkitse heidät näkyvästi ja kanssasi. Ja Allah, suojele Gazan lasta, naista, miestä ja vanhusta. Helpota heidän kivun tunnettaan ja vahvista heidän lujuuttaan ja sisuaan kaiken keskellä. Lievitä heidän kipuaan, anna heille turvaa ja johdata heidät rauhaan. Kun kaikki muu lähtee, muistuta heitä sinun armostasi. Muistuta heidät sinun rakkaudestasi. Näytä heille sinun ihmeesi. Ja Allah, anna heille iloa kaiken surun keskellä ja avaa heille sinun siunauksesi ovet. Sinä kaikki valtias. Ja Allah, varjele myös Gazaan lähteviä tukialuksia ja heidän matkansa. Tee heidän tiestään turvallinen ja siunaa heidän ponnistelunsa oikeuden ja avun puolesta. Ja Allah, anna heidän äänensä kuulua maailman ääriin. Anna heidän tekonsa näkyä koko maailmalle. Suo heidät rikkomaan saarto vastaan kaikkia vastoinkäymisiä ja vahvista heidän aikomusta. Suo heille kärsivällisyyttä vaaraa tuovaa matkan edessä. Kiitämme ja Allah sinua ja heitä rohkeudesta taistella kansanmurhaa vastaan. Ja Allah, anna meille kaikille kykyä pysyä luina totuuden ja oikeuden rinnalla. Ja Allah, käytä meitä, äläkä korvaa meitä. Ja Allah, tee meistä niitä, jotka rakastavat totuutta, tavoittelevat totuutta, toimivat totuuden mukaan, auttavat totuuden ihmisiä ja kuolevat totuuden puolesta. Vapauta Palestiina ja sen kansa, tuo heille takaisin kotinsa ja avaimensa ja täytä heidän sydämen ilolla. Ja Allah, vapauta Gazaa saarrosta, jonka sorto ja epäoikeudenmukaisuus on rakentanut. Anna heidän jälleen hengittää vapauden ilmaa, kulkea katuja rauhassa ja rakentaa uudelleen kotimaansa ilman pelkoa. Palauta heidän lapsilleen oikeus unelmoida, naisille oikeus elää turvassa ja miehille oikeus työhön ja arvokkuuteen. Ja Allah, tee heidän maasta jälleen rauhan ja oikeuden koti. Ja Allah, tuo valosi pimeyteen. Amiin.
As long as there is occupation, we will keep resisting. As long as our brothers and sisters in Gaza are being bombed by Israeli occupation, we will keep resisting. We will not stop. It's not the first attempt and neither it will be the last. There have been 38 attempts and we will keep coming and coming and coming and coming because we will rather lose our bodies than our humanity. Now I would like to invite Rania to sing for Palestine.
Okay, so let's together support the flotilla sailing to Gaza, and let's support Palestine. So I'm gonna sing a song that you might know already, and you can join in by saying, "Hey, hey, ya Palestine." دق الرمح بعود الزين، هي هي يا فلسطين، وانتو يا نشام منين؟ هي هي يا فلسطين. دق الرمح بعود الزين، هي هي يا فلسطين، وانتو يا نشام منين؟ احنا شبابك فلسطين، هي هي يا فلسطين، والنعم والنعمتين، هي هي يا فلسطين، واحنا شبابك فلسطين، هي هي يا فلسطين، والنعم والنعمتين، هي هي يا فلسطين. اطلع يا قمرنا وهل، هي هي يا فلسطين، وضوي الكورة الأرضية، هي هي يا فلسطين. اطلع يا قمرنا وهل، هي هي يا فلسطين، وضوي الكورة الأرضية، هي هي يا فلسطين. ما خلقنا تنعيش بذل، هي هي يا فلسطين، خلقنا نعيش بحرية، هي هي يا فلسطين. ما خلقنا تنعيش بذل، هي هي يا فلسطين، وخلقنا نعيش بحرية، هي هي يا فلسطين. حرية حرية، هي هي يا فلسطين، وخلقنا نعيش بحرية، هي هي يا فلسطين. فلسطين عربية، هي هي يا فلسطين، من المية للمية، هي هي يا فلسطين. فلسطين عربية، هي هي يا فلسطين، من المية للمية، هي هي يا فلسطين. Free, free Palestine! Free, free Palestine! Free, free Palestine! Free, free Palestine! Papa, papa, Palestina! Papa, papa, Palestina! Papa, papa, Palestina! Papa, papa, Palestina! تحيا تحيا فلسطين! تحيا تحيا فلسطين! وتحيا تحيا فلسطين! تحيا تحيا فلسطين! وتحيا تحيا فلسطين! تحيا تحيا فلسطين!
Let the aid in!
Let the aid in!
Let the aid in!
Let the aid in!
Let the aid in!